Hello and a warm welcome to this particular live on CVFM Radio. Hope you guys are well. And as you can see, I do have a guest in the studio. And today we have come on the live to have a chat to you about a very extraordinary event that's happening in Middlesbrough. It's a Diwali in Middlesbrough, which is taking place this coming weekend, the Saturday, the 6th of November. So we're going to give you all the information on that event. And the man that is behind this particular production is Kash Patel from Kash Patel Production. Fancy naming yourself after a company. Welcome to you, Kash. How are you?
Thanks, Idrees. Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you in our studio. So tell me a little bit about this Diwali in Middlesbrough. It's the first time we are having this Diwali, but it's a concept. Well, tell us a little bit about the Diwali itself from a Hindu and Sikh and Jain perspective.
Yeah, so Diwali is probably the biggest celebration in the Hindu calendar, not just celebrated by Hindus, also celebrated by Sikhs, Jains and Buddhists, as you mentioned. It's a global celebration, happens every year between, say, last week of October, first week of November. I always akin it to Christmas, so it's as big as that, really.
Okay. And from your personal perspective, how did you normally celebrate Diwali within your household? Yeah,
so Diwali is normally celebrated in the UK within people's own households or places of worship like gurdwaras or temples. And that's how I've always celebrated it as a kid growing up. And then as of late, we've started to do Diwali shows in other parts of the UK, in the bigger cities where there's more of a population. And they've just taken off and grown bigger and bigger. And I just thought, well, why not have it in my hometown?
Yes, Diwali, obviously in Leicester, in London, some of the areas where you have a bigger population, they've been having Diwalis which are on par with the Millers, for example.
Yeah.
And obviously we've had the Middlesbrough Miller, which you've been involved in terms of devising the programme for, I don't know, about 20 years now.
Well, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
And that particular event has grown and grown over the years. But this is something that you're doing for the first time. And, what can people expect on the day?
They can expect very much what they expect at the Mela. So it's very similar to a Mela with the added advantage of a firework display. Diwali is traditionally celebrated around the world with bangers and fireworks and things like that. So it's an added element, but it's got all the usual things of what people are accustomed to with a Mela, such as live main stage entertainment, stall bazaar, funfair rides. The Diwali event that I'm putting on this year in Middlesbrough will also have a children's lantern parade. So added elements as well, but very much similar to what we used to here with Middlesbrough Mela.
Obviously, you are doing this in collaboration with the Hindu Cultural Society. We do have a quite a significant Hindu community in Middlesbrough and the Teesside area generally. So it'll be a great family occasion, not for those communities, but you mentioned, the Sikh and Jain and Buddhist community celebrate this particular event, but it's open to the wider community as well, because it's not purely a religious event. It's, it's got other elements that are catering for the wider community.
That's right, yeah. Basically, it's a multi-faith festival is what I like to call it. It's open to everybody. It's a free event. It's happening on Saturday, the 6th of November in Centre Square in Middlesbrough. So it's in the heart of the Tees Valley, heart of the town centre. And really, anybody is welcome to attend. And hopefully we can showcase what Diwali is about just for a certain part of the population. But it is a national celebration.
Obviously, you're going to have any event like this has elements of food as well. So you're going to have street food.
We're introducing, obviously, all the usual stuff that you see at Middlesbrough Mela. So all the savouries and the sweet foods will be there, as well as your traditional things like your donuts and your wood fire pizzas. But it is, like I say, it's because it's almost celebration of religion as well. We respect the religions of Hindu and Sikhism, so there won't be no meat or alcohol.
Okay. And in terms of things to do for children, you got fun fair and other things happening as well?
So there's fun fair rides, there's inflatables, there's, the kids love those sort of things, but there's also educational workshops as well. So we'll be celebrating Diwali with traditional things like Rangoli workshops. As I mentioned earlier with the Lantern Parade, school children have been busy over the half-term holidays making lanterns so that they can bring them along show them off, and obviously join the parade, where we'll have some walkabout statues and things like that are involved in the parade, just to give it that little bit of theatre as well.
Yeah, I think people have been making their own lanterns as well. Jackie from Middlesbrough Champions as well. So people are making preparations for
it's fantastic
to take part in this, which is a good thing to see.
Definitely, yeah, and that's what I'd like to encourage. Is obviously people who are out there. This is the first one, and maybe not many people know about it. But hopefully, if they come along to the event, see what's going on, they'll get involved in it next year. And it is good that community organisations have got behind the event to support it, because the plan is to make it an annual event, just like Middlesbrough Mela.
Definitely, and we'd like to say a thank you to the volunteers, because obviously you've been the driving force behind this, but it's not something that one person can do, and it needs to be a sort of a community effort.
Yes, and that's what I'd like to encourage. It isn't a one-man show. It is about the community getting involved, and the more people that support it and involved in it, that's how the event will grow. So thank you so much to all the volunteers who have got behind the event.
Yeah, and CVFM Radio is happy to support this as well. We'll have our volunteers out on the day. We'll be doing it some live and some interviews as well. But you've got a number of organisations that have shown their support.
Yeah,
obviously, you've got ZTV on board as one of the partners and sponsors.
That's right.
And you've got other partners that are coming on the day as well, in terms of information stalls as well. So if you want to give a plug to any of those organisations, you feel free to do so.
Yeah, thank you. Obviously, with it being the first time event, not a lot of big corporates knew about it. However, we managed to secure a deal with ZTV, which, as you know, is the biggest Asian network channel across the globe, really. And, we're really proud to have them as our title sponsors. But locally, we are in conjunction with the Hindu Cultural Temple in North Ormsby, so thank you to those also. But there's a number of organisations on there, from Unison to Lifestyle Fitness to the Jury's Inn, CVFM, people like that, even the university and the Indian Society there. So without their support, the event wouldn't have been possible.
Yeah, everyone plays a small part in making this happen. And in terms of the main stage, would you like to share with our viewers what they can expect and who will be performing?
Yeah, so the lineup, it runs from 12 o'clock midday right through till 6 p.m. It is back to back, so there's plenty to entertain everybody. We have everything from live performers, singers, dancers, local bands. We've even got the finalist of The Voice UK, Will I Am's tutor, basically, Giovanni Hutton. He's performing, and he was one of the finalists of The Voice UK 2020.
And you've got Navin Kundra, who will be headlining the event.
Yes, indeed. Navin is obviously a household name, especially amongst the Asian population. He's electrifying live performance, and he's a real crowd pleaser. So he's performed around the UK, doing a lot of the Diwali shows. And yes, we've managed to secure him as the headline act. But also Bollywood fans can get to see a live Bollywood performance as well, a live 5-piece band performing all the big hits from Bollywood movies. So it is something for everyone.
So it's from 12 p.m. onwards on Saturday, the 6th of November at Centre Square. So Centre Square is going to be where everything will be happening.
It is indeed, yes.
And just talk a little bit through the finale in terms of the fireworks and the parade.
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, fireworks and bangers and the noise and the lights, it's all part of the Diwali celebration. So after the performances on stage, we will finish with the Diwali Lantern Parade, which will go around the square, finish up at the main stage, and then hopefully with a nice big firework finale, themed to Bollywood music, of course.
Sounds good. And in terms of information, people want any further information, or if they just want to follow some of the socials, how can people get more information and follow what's going to be happening over the coming days?
Yeah, well, they can follow us on all our socials, which is at Diwali in Borough, and we're on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, all the usual social platforms. Any particular sponsors, stall holders, maybe for next year even, can get in touch with Kash Patel Productions on 07776 21 0066.
Indeed. So we're looking forward to this amazing event that's going to be. And so it's Saturday, the 6th of November, 12 noon till 6 p.m. So please do share this live And if you have any questions or if you have any suggestion in terms of how we can support this event in the coming days, but also next year as well, if any organisation would like to maybe partner up for the following year, you're all ears, and
definitely
happy to hear what organisations have to say and make this an annual event and hopefully build up on it and make it even bigger and better,
right,
as we have and you have done with the Middlesbrough Mela over the last 25, 26 years.
Not that long, but yes, for a long time. And as I say, it is something for the town, so it will put us on a global map for Middlesbrough. So it's fantastic to get that support from your listeners and viewers, and hopefully we can make this event grow year on year.
Hello and a warm welcome to you again on CVFM Live. My name is Idrees, and we'll continue our discussion around Diwali. And I do have the pleasure of having a couple of studio guests today. And I got Raghav Pujari from the Indian Society here from Teesside University. Very kindly joined us in the studio. So hello, how are you, Raghav?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you.
And so tell me a little about the Indian Society. But tell me a little bit about you, where you're originally from.
Yeah, basically I'm from Bangalore, India, the southern part of India, that's Karnataka.
Okay.
Yeah, we have started Indian Society in 2019, November 1st. So that was formation day yesterday. We celebrated that, yeah.
Okay.
And the Indian Society is basically, we focus on the students from different community, where we can say that we got loads of community in India. So we just don't focus only on Hindu students or just Muslim students like that. So we got loads of communities in India. So we gather each and everyone in all the Indian festivals. Like it might be Ramzan, or it might be Diwali, it might be something like Christian festival or anything as such.
Yeah, it's a great that you bring in all different faiths together from, as long as you are from India, and there's so many diverse communities that live in India, but also here in the United Kingdom, and more importantly here in Teesside. So you're a student yourself, and how many members do you have in the society?
Right now, I would say when I started the society, we had something 16 students. And now, proudly, I would say we got around 79 membership and 3,000 Indian students in Teesside University.
Okay, I didn't realize that was that many students from India at Teesside. So you have a quite a decent membership there. Yeah. So tell me some of the things that you're hoping to do, and obviously with Diwali coming up, we will have a chat about that as well. So what's the purpose with the society, and what sort of things do you organise and do?
Yeah, basically Diwali is like a flagship event for the society. So first time when we formed this society, Diwali was the first festival we started with, the Indian Society, we launched it. So this is like a flagship event for us for this year as well. So as we were looking for the sponsors and everyone, because we wanted to do it in a big way. So we wanted to do the publicity of the society as well. So how we started it and how we are running it at the moment. So we had Navratri festival where we proved that we got lots of people in there who want to celebrate Diwali. Mm-hmm. So focusing on that, we approached a Kashmir food store as well for being a title sponsor for the event. So successfully we got that. And
yeah, actually, that's where I met yourself and the team there. Kashmir are really good in terms of support in different communities, and they have worked with the CVFM over a number of years as well. But whether it's Ramadan or whether it's Diwali or Christmas, they're always involved in supporting events, and also different charities as well, which is really good because they are sort of community in themselves, because there's lots of different diverse people that go there. So, and that's nice to see that local business is supporting you. So, what can people expect over the coming months, and specifically in terms of Diwali? I don't want you to give too much details away, because I'd like to speak to my next guest a bit more in depth about Diwali. But what's your overall vision in terms of taking the society forward?
Particularly Diwali now. For Diwali, we got the itinerary of the event. We start with the Lakshmi Puja, and we're going with all the cultural activities for the students. And also there will be a Bollywood night at the end of the day, and also unlimited food, which has been sponsored by Kashmir Foods again.
Okay,
and also after this event, we got any exciting events as well. So we are looking forward to do Pro Kabaddi League.
Kabaddi League, yeah, sounds interesting. I think what we can do is potentially maybe have a link up, or maybe have a regular opportunity for you guys to maybe bring a program on air, just sharing different things that you guys are doing, and maybe opportunities to get the wider community involved in some of the cultural activity. But also this Kabaddi League sounds like a fantastic idea as well. So are you hoping to take that forward anytime soon?
Yeah, we're just planning on it. We are working on that as well now. So basically, it's kind of a franchise event.
Okay.
So it's going to be a must. I think so. So we get
obviously we have the T20 Cricket World Cup going on at the minute, and there's lots of interest in that. And I'm sure Kabaddi will be likewise. Will generate a lot of interest here locally.
Exactly. We don't want to give up on it, because we want to match the same standard of Pro Kabaddi.
Okay.
We got loads of professional kabaddi players as well in the universities. So we have been tied up with a couple of universities around, like York University and Newcastle. So we got the players there as well who will be participating in it.
Sounds fantastic. I think what we'll do is we'll invite you back, and maybe a few of your other colleagues to have a chat about Pro Kabaddi in the coming weeks. Let's bring Prithika into the conversation as well, and we'll play musical chairs and have a chat with her, because she's been the driving force behind this Diwali event.
Yeah.
Okay. So a warm welcome to Prithika. Thank you for joining us here at CVFM Radio. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
You must be really stressed with managing all these activities that are planned in terms of Diwali. So how long have you been involved with the Indian Society?
To be honest, I've been involved with the Indian Society just with the last event.
Okay.
It's from the Dandiya event that I've been involved with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to Diwali, because it's the flagship event of Indian Society.
And talking about Diwali, and a lot of our listeners and our viewers who are from Middlesbrough and I've never been to India or know much about Indian culture, just tell us a little bit about Diwali, what it is, and how you normally celebrate it back home in India.
Right. So basically, Diwali is considered as Festival of Lights. Back in India, it is celebrated as a 5-day festival. But here in the university, we only got permission to celebrate it for a day, but it's all right. Diwali basically marks the victory of good over evil. We can say knowledge over ignorance, or maybe light over darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So it is celebrated to welcome Lord Rama after his 14 years of exile in forest. So it teaches us a lot about life, really, for the betterment of us, for the betterment of society. Because no matter how long the wait is, it teaches us that things will change and things will become favorable. So that's why we celebrate Diwali. It is celebrated by lighting diyas, because Lord Rama couldn't see the village from far away. That's why the villagers lit lamps all over, and to welcome Lord Rama into the village, and that's why we celebrate it as a festival of lights.
So you see a lot of imagery about Diwali with lanterns and candles,
yes,
and that's the significance behind that. So in terms of here in Middlesbrough, we're going to have we're going to have a public Diwali festival. And we spoke to Prakash earlier on in the program. So you're going to have your own event at Teesside University on Thursday evening, so a couple of days before the big event. Not saying that your event isn't big, but I'm sure the amount of planning and time and effort that you put into it. So, earlier on Raghav mentioned that you got a few different things on the itinerary. So, for our listeners and viewers, just let us know what's on offer, and those that are attending, what they can expect on the evening.
So the itinerary would be, we're basically expecting the event to start by 5 p.m. So it would commence with Lakshmi Puja, which is worshipping of Goddess Lakshmi. Goddess Lakshmi is considered as a goddess of wealth and money. She is also an embodiment of beauty. So we start by worshipping her. Followed by, we'll have cultural activities. We have many stage performances. We have live music, live dance performances. And then we have many other fun games like bingo, musical chairs, other cultural games, etc. There's also going to be traditional ramp walk. There are exciting prizes for the winners too. All this will be followed by dinner. So we have loads of Indian food, loads of Indian sweets, mithai, and then there'll be Bollywood music in the end.
Sounds like a fantastic evening, and you're very kindly invited the CVFM team as well. So we'll be sharing some of the highlights with our viewers and listeners on our Facebook page as well, and also on Instagram. So do make sure that if it does come across on your Facebook or Instagram feed, do share it with your family and friends as well, so they can see how the Indian Society here at Teesside University are celebrating Diwali. So what are you most looking forward to on the evening? Pritika, tell me, what's your favorite element of the evening?
My favorite would all time be dancing for the event. So we're always prepared to dance for different cultural songs, and there's going to be loads of music. There's going to be loads of Indian food this time, which again is sponsored by Kashmir International Foods, and I'd like to really thank them for being the title sponsor for our event.
So yeah, big thank you to Kashmir's as well. So, and we'll be putting out some lives on the evening and sharing that particular evening with our listeners and viewers. So yeah, thank you so much for coming into the studio. I'm sure you guys will be back again, because obviously you got lots of things planned over the coming months, really, in terms of activities. But I think we'd like to get your society involved in other cultural activities, and you'll be celebrating the wider Diwali event, which everyone is welcome to attend on this coming Saturday, and which is the 6th of November, and this is at Centre Square from 12 noon till 6 p.m. And so let our viewers and listeners know what they can expect, Pritika, on Saturday.
So on Saturday, there's going to be live music, there's going to be food stalls, there's going to be fireworks, which unfortunately we didn't get permission to celebrate, have fireworks in the university campus. So there's going to be fireworks.
Because in India, the fireworks are a big element of Diwali, isn't it? Yeah. It's a very extravagant affair. But there will be a fireworks finale on Saturday. There will be stage performance, and I think there's some workshops that are being taken place as well with young people that are doing a lantern parade.
Yeah, there's going to be a lantern parade on the 6th. But nevertheless, on 4th of November, the event which is going to be held in the university is also going to be as big as the 6th.
Definitely, no doubt in there. I agree with you, and I think you put a lot of time on yourself with Raghav and the rest of the team. Do you want to give out any shout outs to any of the other members that have been working hard? Because it's not just yourself, there's a team of people that have been organizing this, and a big thank you to each and every one of those members for their sacrifice and contribution, and big thank you to Kashmir's for their support as well.
Yes, definitely. It is a teamwork indeed. It wouldn't have been possible without the team, because we have individual departments that work in their perspective. We've got catering and decor team, we've got administrative, we've got management team, and we've got all other teams that work in their respective perspective. So it's all teamwork really, and I'd like to thank all the team members of Indian Society Teesside for always being there and supporting to take this event forward. We really look forward to have a blast.
Indeed. So you guys have a blast. Thank you for coming into the studio today to share this information with our listeners and viewers. And hopefully we can join you for the blast as well. We'll share it with our listeners as well on Thursday. So thank you for watching. Please do share this live as well. And hopefully we will be back with another live very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.